The river made me and you pass away?
Yes.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Ah!
Spiritus, Santanica Potestas, Omnis Incursum Finales.
TikTok user Ashley, Forsyth55, posted an emotional and unsettling video of her young son, Grayson, sharing what he says are memories from a past life.
Because I passed away in the river.
The video, which has gained much attention, has started many conversations about reincarnation and the unknowns of consciousness.
Talking about, baby, you've got to calm down.
In the video, Grayson starts by tearfully talking about something bothering him. He describes a clear memory of drowning in a river.
What are you talking about, baby?
The river made us pass away.
The river did?
Yes.
The river made me and you pass away?
Yes.
A long time ago?
Yes. And now we're back.
Even though his mom tries to comfort him, he keeps saying the memory is real and not just made up.
Baby, you've got to calm down. And what made you say all that? What made you say that story?
It was a story.
It's not?
Grayson then says he wants to pass away again so he can return sooner.
I want to pass away again.
You are?
I want to again.
You want to again?
Yes.
Why?
Because I don't want to be here.
You don't want to be here?
No.
Why? Why don't you want to be here?
I will come back soon.
Many viewers think Grayson's story proves reincarnation, pointing to the clear details and strong emotions in his words. He keeps saying he remembers it well, and even describes how he and his mom drowned in the river together.
The river made us pass away.
The river did?
Yes.
The river made me and you pass away?
Yes.
A long time ago?
Yes.
The strong emotions in his story and his wish to return have made some people see this as a memory from a past life. Others, however, think Grayson's words might come from his imagination or things he's heard. His age, along with what he's seen in media or heard about life and death, could have influenced what he said.
Buddy.
The video has brought new attention to studies on reincarnation, a field that has recorded many cases of children remembering past lives in detail. Researchers like Dr. Ian Stevenson have found common patterns in these stories, including memories of names, places, and events. However, skeptics believe these cases might be due to coincidence, suggestion, or memories picked up without realizing it. Grayson's story adds to the debate as his young age and strong emotions make it seem real to many people.
Okay, and why do you feel like that?
Because I passed away in the river.
Whether this is a look into past lives or just a moment of childhood imagination, the video has made people think about the possibilities of life beyond what we understand. So what do you think about it? A creepy TikTok video by user Ree, known as Hello Itzra Izai, has scared viewers. In the viral video, Riai's dog Coda is shown staring hard at the wall. Riai said this creepy moment ended up being their unexpected wake-up call early in the morning. The belief that pets can sense spirits has been around for a long time, and Coda's intense reaction quickly led people to wonder if something unseen was in the house. The video went viral on TikTok, reaching over 800,000 likes and 16,000 comments at its peak. Many frightened viewers shared their own stories of pets reacting to things they couldn't see. Some even told Rai to burn sage or move out, convinced that Coda's growl was proof of something paranormal. Whether real, staged, or just imagination, Coda's creepy behavior stuck with people, showing that sometimes it's not what you see, but how your pet reacts that gives you chills. This next clip was posted by social media user Mia in the summer of 2024. She had started noticing strange things happening in her house, hearing mysterious noises at night and seeing lights turn on and off by themselves. Mia began sharing videos of these creepy events on her social media, saying she lived in a haunted house. At first, she didn't take it too seriously, but everything changed when her son's baby monitor caught something terrifying on camera late one night. Mia's son is seen lying in bed, but his eyes seem to glow in the dark. When she gets up to check on him, she finds him fast asleep, and the next day, he acts like nothing strange happened. Mia has no idea how to explain the creepy footage. The only thing that makes sense to her is that whatever is haunting her house might have started focusing on her son. Worried for his safety, she shares the video online, hoping for answers. Instead, the comments only make her more afraid. Some say her son could be possessed, while others believe a ghost is trying to communicate through him. Whatever the truth is, everyone agrees it's terrifying. What do you think? Mike and Sam were well-known ghost hunters in their town, always determined to find real proof of the paranormal. They had built a reputation for their dedication, exploring different haunted locations every week. In this video, they head into the woods near a highway where a person was said to have died under mysterious circumstances. Their mission was to prove that spirits remain connected to the places where they passed away.
My name is Mike. This is my friend Sam.
Hello.
We don't mean any disrespect. We're only here to learn and communicate. This may be your last opportunity to communicate with anyone.
Right when you asked that last question, the camera just died.
Really? Was it charged?
Yeah, it was fully charged. I mean, I K2, check the K2. Is something over there?
I haven't seen anything, bro.
Dude, something moved over there, I swear. Wait, it's moving.
Whoa! Where's it at?
As they went deeper into the woods, they came across something unusual. If you watch the video carefully, near the end, a pale figure briefly appears on camera. It moves quickly and silently, with a see-through look that makes it hard to explain. Since Mike and Sam were the only ones there, and no one else was in the area, the figure only made the place seem more mysterious. It was the closest they had ever come to capturing real proof of the paranormal, but the truth remained out of reach. Roland is a YouTuber known for his creepy and haunting videos, which have gained thousands of views from people interested in the paranormal. Even though he's not as popular as he once was, his content is still just as scary and exciting as when he started, keeping his audience hooked. The video you're about to see was filmed in Roland's own home, which is unusual since he usually investigates haunted places, explores abandoned buildings, or visits locations with reported paranormal activity. But this time, he brought the haunting to his doorstep, and the results were more terrifying than he ever expected. The first clip was recorded early in his session and shows something that would scare most people, but Roland stayed surprisingly calm. Watch and see what happens next.
Let me know. And why are you messing with my clock? Let me know that you are here. Show me some kind of sign. Do something. Did you just make the clock move? Alright, Alright, that clock just literally moved. Did you just make the clock move? Show me a sign, do something. Holy. Alright, that time, holy.
In this clip, something unusual happened in Roland's home. A clock that had been working fine just moments before suddenly started spinning uncontrollably. Then, just as quickly, it stopped and went back to normal, as if nothing had happened. Most people would have been terrified and maybe even run away, but Roland reacted differently. Instead of panicking, he stood frozen in shock, staring at the clock as if waiting for it to act up again. It was a creepy and unsettling moment, but he stayed surprisingly calm. He wasn't scared, just confused. After a moment, he shrugged it off and kept exploring the house. It was a strange event, but Roland wasn't ready to stop. He was determined to catch more on camera, and what he found next was even weirder.
There's someone upstairs. All right. I swear it sounded like that f***ing chair just moved. Are you moving the chair? Okay. All right. Why are you moving the chair? Are you trying to tell me something? Is there a reason why you're moving the chair in here? And messing with the clock? Can you speak to me? Can you let me know if you're happy or sad? Can you let me know?
Spirits and other supernatural beings are usually hard to see and don't often interact so directly. But in this case, it feels like whatever is there is responding to him, almost as if it's playing along. This was unexpected since Roland rarely experiences spirits being this obvious. In the next video, Amy was busy sorting through some paperwork when something completely unexpected happened. It was such a shock that she even called it a traumatic event. But I'll let you decide for yourself if it was really that intense. Take a look.
Hey guys, I'm in here again. Just put some clothes in the dryer. I have all the lights on because I get freaked out when I'm down here alone, but I heard something coming from, I think it was the bathroom. It sounded like something slid or maybe like a knocking sound or something like that. It sounded creepy. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. There's nobody in here, guys. It's just me. Literally just me. Okay, upstairs I go. Bye-bye.
Amy was completely terrified since she had never experienced anything paranormal before. This moment left a deep impact on her, and she knew she would never forget it. For Amy, this wasn't just a strange noise, it was something beyond normal. She never wanted to experience anything like this, but the moment she saw that drawer move by itself, her view on the supernatural changed forever. In August 2024, YouTuber Franco set out alone on a backpacking trip to explore a remote cemetery deep in the mountains of Peru. Locals warned him not to go, not just because of the area's severe poverty, but also due to its dark past. The cemetery had been badly damaged by an earthquake, leaving graves exposed and human remains scattered. When he arrived in a nearby town, locals immediately approached him asking for food and money, and some even started following him, making him uneasy. To avoid drawing more attention, he chose not to film. When Franco finally made it to the cemetery, he realized that natural disasters weren't the only reason for the destruction.
You could already see bones. See it? Right here. That one's sticking out. See the arm? I'm gonna go ahead and zoom. But you could see the arm sticking out. Like he was trying to come out or something. Oh, that's terrifying. I don't know, this doesn't look like...
He saw broken tombstones and open caskets, but the most unsettling sight was still ahead.
Oh, look at this. This doesn't look like the work of an earthquake. Oh, okay. So, bodies will be seen here. So, this is the bodies, just letting you know. But look at this. They pulled the caskets out. These are desecrations. This is not done by an earthquake. Look at this. Those are the top of a skull here. And this is... They probably were stealing the bones. But that's a baby skull right here. Look at the spinal cord. This right here is literally the entire body of an infant. You could even see the nightgown that's right around here, and I see hair. So this is probably somewhat recent. Not recent enough, but pretty recent. So right in here you could see the hair from the child, and this is the clothing. I think these were the legs. I don't know why they did this. This is beyond me right now. This actually might be one of the craziest areas of the cemetery. I was told that this was an earthquake and all the tombs opened up. This is actually something a lot darker.
Franco discovered infant graves with mummified remains still dressed in burial clothes. Even more disturbing, many skulls were missing, likely taken by grave robbers looking for gold teeth. As he explored further, he found signs of rituals, symbols marked on graves, melted candle wax near burial sites, and strands of human hair left behind. Some remains had even been burned. Whether for theft or rituals, it was clear these graves had been disturbed by more than just time. Shaken by what he had seen, Franco felt relieved to finally leave the cemetery. On February 22, 2012, Dwayne had enough. For 2 months, his family had been tormented by a spirit and things kept getting worse. The latest incident was the scariest yet. A knife flew across the kitchen, barely missing his daughter. Dwayne couldn't ignore it anymore. He decided to face the spirit directly. Not wanting to buy an Ouija board, he tried a different way to make contact.
Are you evil? Is that a yes or a no? If you're evil, flick the light again. Okay. Whoa.
To Dwayne's surprise, the spirit answered his questions. Instead of being vague or misleading, it was disturbingly honest about its intentions, which only made him more afraid. Realizing how dangerous the situation had become, Dwayne knew the spirit was too strong to stay in their home. Desperate for help, he drove to a nearby church. While he was gone, his security cameras captured something that made everything even more terrifying. Fortunately, Dwayne's wife was home and able to check the security footage, which captured the strange events. While it wasn't anything shocking, it did serve as proof of the paranormal activity that had been troubling them for months. This evidence helped them in their efforts to cleanse the house, which they have now successfully done. Instagram user Buder Dekorkahini posted a strange CCTV video that has people talking about the paranormal. The footage, taken in a hospital, shows a very sick patient lying in bed. The nurses said no one else was in the room, but the video seems to show something unusual. It seems like a ghostly hand is reaching toward the patient. Some viewers believe the ghostly hand could be a guardian angel offering comfort to the patient in their final moments. Others are more skeptical, suggesting it might just be glare on the camera lens or an optical illusion. The footage has sparked debate on whether unseen forces visit people near death or if such sightings are just tricks of the light or the mind. Either way, the eerie image has deeply affected those who have seen it. There's a demon in the cellar. In this video from Dark Ghost Paranormal, as Dennis looks into a stone storage cellar, he suddenly hears a moaning sound. Back inside the house, scary sounds begin to echo through his radio. Then, Dennis comes face to face with something he can't see. After that frightening moment, this happens. Then, entire pieces of furniture begin to move. And it keeps going. As Dennis tries to leave, he bends down to pick something up from the ground. Then everything suddenly goes out of control. Later, Dennis sets up an infrared camera inside the house and steps outside. Here's what it records. Then this happens. You can see the demon on camera moving the crib and breaking the wardrobe doors. What is this evil? All I know is it's not something I'd want to come across in person. Roland with me is a YouTuber who explores haunted places. Since he spends so much time around spirits, some have attached to him and even followed him home. As a result, his house is now full of paranormal activity, and he keeps sharing what he experiences.
That knife just came out of there. All right, that sink, the faucet was spinning 360, but I'm more worried about that knife right there. Right there. This was all the way in, and it came back out. And I had just put this outside for a couple days out in the backwoods.
Is there a spirit here that just moved that knife? Can you please move it back?
I hear something.
Move the knife back.
Okay.
After Roland asked, the spirit listened and put the knife back where it was. He felt relieved that it obeyed him, since it meant he still had some control over his home. But this wasn't over for him. He's still going through it. Hopefully, he'll find a way out. A group of campers was shocked when one of them came across a creature that looked almost unreal.
Outside of the town. In the comments, if you know what type of bug it is. It's like some weird alien bug.
A TikTok video shows a strange insect-like creature with clear skin, making its insides visible. The most unusual part is a yellow bulge running along its tail and upper body, which seems to expand as it moves. The campers, feeling both confused and uneasy, commented on how alien it looked. While it's probably a type of flatworm called a planarian, its weird and creepy appearance sparks a lot of curiosity. In this video from India, a group of people saw something strange. A thin stream of water was seen falling straight from the sky. This event, called a localized cloudburst, happens when heavy rain falls in a small area, usually in hilly or mountainous regions. These bursts can drop a huge amount of rain in a short time, sometimes causing flash floods and damage. The people were scared at first, wondering what would happen when the water hit the ground, but they felt relieved when it turned out to be less dangerous than they expected. Daniel, a young man, was going through a tough time. He had recently moved in with his girlfriend, Kate, to split rent and ease financial stress. But things didn't work out. Kate broke up with him soon after and went back to her parents' house, leaving him alone in the apartment. Daniel was stuck since the lease required him to stay for at least 6 months. Now, he had to cover the rent on his own. On top of that, strange things started happening. The most unsettling was the sound of movement coming from the closet. At first, he brushed it off, thinking it was just his mind playing tricks on him or the apartment settling, but over time, the noises became more frequent. Daniel began hearing scraping sounds, objects shifting, and even whispers coming from inside the closet. He couldn't ignore it anymore. The next video shows one of the scariest moments in Daniel's experience with the unexplained.
So it just started knocking in the closet again, and actually the doll has moved since yesterday because it was in the corner, kind of on its back looking upwards, and now it's upright, so that's kind of scary. See if it'll knock anymore. Or it'll just move the shirt in the closet. Hey, if you can hear me, just move it again. We can actually just go check it out, because there's no one in here. It's not really, it's kind of cluttered, so yeah, yesterday it was over here.
In this video, Daniel tried to communicate with the spirit in his apartment using a simple method. He moved a shirt in a certain way and asked the spirit to do the same. To his surprise, the shirt moved again, just as he had asked. This wasn't just a random movement, it was intentional, showing that something was there. At that moment, Daniel realized the presence in his home wasn't just in his head, it was real, aware of him, and, most unsettling of all, it didn't seem friendly. Henry, a British ghost hunter, had been doing this for 3 years and was used to eerie places. Nothing scared him until one night. At 1 a.m., he explored an abandoned mansion called the Place of Nightmares. Locals believed it was haunted, though no one knew exactly why. The last family who lived there didn't die inside, yet something about the mansion felt off. Henry decided to investigate, and what happened next shook him to his core.
This place.
At the start of the clip, you can see a drawer slowly opening on its own. Some might say it was just a malfunction, but this was only the first of several strange events. Pay close attention to the fire extinguisher sitting on a table in the background. Now let's skip ahead to a later part of the video. If you look closely, you'll notice that the fire extinguisher has changed places in the room. Henry hadn't returned to that area during this time, so there was no clear reason for how it moved. This was just one of many strange events in the mansion. Henry's experience there made him question what was wrong with the haunting. Reddit user Deck Cabin shared a shocking video from his camping trip. While driving to his next stop, he saw a fallen tree and a frantic woman. She claimed she had crashed into the tree. At first, the footage seemed like an ordinary accident, and viewers expected it to be nothing more than a small mishap.
I came around the corner and just went straight over it.
Yeah.
But as events played out, things took an unexpected and startling turn.
Jesus.
What began as a minor accident soon turned into a chaotic and risky situation, leaving them both rattled. It was a real miracle that no one was badly injured. A man believes someone is trying to break into his house at night. He often sees a figure near his home and is thinking about calling the police for safety. To scare off any possible intruders, he records a video saying he is ready to call the police. As he films, he carefully walks along the terrace, capturing everything around him.
Seen this person outside my house every night this week on the doorbell camera. Whoever's out here, I called the cops, and I have you on film. Oh my God.
A figure suddenly appears in one of the windows, scaring the man. The video ends at that moment. To me, it seems more like a prank than an actual ghost. What do you think? In the next video, we follow Mackenzie as she goes through something truly strange. She was in her room putting together a new bed when she suddenly felt a strong urge to look out the window. It wasn't a normal feeling. Something inside her told her that something wasn't right outside. Trusting her gut, Mackenzie walked over to the window and looked out at the street. What she saw next was incredibly odd and unsettling.
I'm like scared. There is no one standing there, but there's a silhouette, like a shadow of a person. Yeah.
A dark figure appeared on the wall, forming the clear outline of a person. The strange thing was that there was no one on the street and no cars were passing by. The shadow seemed to come out of nowhere, leaving Mackenzie feeling uneasy. She knew something wasn't right. This didn't seem natural. The eerie feeling only grew stronger as she watched the shadow shift and move. But what made it even more unsettling was that Mackenzie wasn't the only one who felt disturbed. Viewers watching from home also felt a sense of unease. It was clear that something strange had happened, so Mackenzie decided to talk about it in a follow-up video.
Hi, I decided to record this video because when I saw amount of comments and videos and direct messages for the video that I have recorded like on Saturday, so I was shocked. So people who are saying that it was spray painted, no, it was not. I'm gonna show you a video. I'm gonna show what is happening now. People that are saying that I have photoshopped that, damn, it took me 4 tries for me to be able to record this video because I didn't realize that there are like stories and videos, and in videos you can select like 3 minutes long video. So that's another thing. Even though I'm a white lady in her 30s, and usually in horror movies we are first, I that day, like 5 minutes after I took that video, I went downstairs to check what is like causing that, because even though I was very scared, I was like, I'm too curious. Nothing could cause that. Nothing. Tomorrow when I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna take a video so that if anyone is interested, like you can check that yourself. But that, like, you know, like a shadow can be either like a direct projection of something, or like it needs to have like a trail from something that is like causing this to have a shadow. I'm like, oh, But yeah, it did not have that. It did not. And also the like the lamppost that was like very, very far ahead, it was not reaching. Like I could see like when its shadow was finishing. And also the building that is up on the opposite street, like opposite that building, you know, that shadow, it was not causing that. I have no idea. I do believe in those kind of things a bit, but not as much. And I was so scared. I was not a little bit scared. I was scared. But then I decided to enjoy my bank holiday weekend. And people from UK, I hope you enjoyed the bank holiday. Yeah.
So as you see, there is nothing. Nothing at all. Yeah. That's a lamppost on like next to my neighbors. And it would project like here. So yeah. Nothing.
In her follow-up, Mackenzie went over the situation and tried to explain the shadow. Many thought it was caused by something simple, like a tree or an object on the street. But after reviewing the footage, she ruled that out. There was nothing nearby that could have made that shadow. The mystery remained unsolved, and the eerie image stayed in the minds of those who had seen it. William Sloan, a young boy, started noticing strange things happening in his home every day. He couldn't explain them, and when he told his parents, they didn't believe him. They thought he was imagining things or making it up. Determined to prove something unusual was going on, William decided to run his experiments. He used whatever he could to try and catch evidence of the strange activity.
Okay, I've been going over the footage from last night, and it's pretty crazy. And I don't know what's going on, but I tell you, I've been blaming my cats since I got them for pulling my records off the shelf. And I don't know, sometimes it might be them, but it definitely wasn't last night.
William believed that evil spirits were attracted to religious texts, so he placed a holy book on a shelf in his living room and set up a camera to record any strange activity. What happened next was both surprising and unsettling. The book suddenly fell to the floor on its own, something that seemed impossible to explain. This convinced William that whatever was in his house wasn't just real, it had bad intentions. But that wasn't all. The camera also caught an object on the table moving by itself, sliding in a way that made no sense. William's experiment was clear proof that something eerie was in his home. There's something naturally unsettling about this abandoned building, but things get even stranger. The YouTube channel Scary Punch shared a video originally from YouTuber Dark Ghost Paranormal.
Я в этой комнате. Дай мне знак, если я в этой комнате. Дай мне знак, если надо где-то еще искать.
It looks as if the room inhaled deeply, pulling all the furniture toward the center. Watch it again. What just happened? I think a poltergeist is responsible, and this is one of the strongest ones I've ever seen. While out for an evening walk, Reddit user Brom10 noticed something unusual. More than 30 people dressed in black were gathered in a park, appearing to take part in some kind of ritual or mysterious gathering. What was really going on? On January 31st, 2025, a man named Alex started hearing strange noises coming from his roof late at night. Unsure of what it could be, he took out his phone and started recording. After hearing strange noises from the roof, Alex rushes outside and sees something trying to hide in his shed. He quickly locks the door behind him and tries to communicate, but gets no response. Alex believes it would be nearly impossible for anyone to climb onto the roof, given the way his house is built. Convinced it could be something paranormal or even an alien, he set up a security camera to watch the shed. It doesn't take long before he captures something unsettling. Watch closely. The door appears to unlock by itself. It opens as if letting something out and then closes and locks again on its own. When Alex reviewed the footage, he was stunned. He checked inside the shed, but it was empty. He thought that was the end of it, but things were only getting worse. A few hours later, he heard noises outside his property again and saw something truly disturbing.
2 de la mañana y hay ruidos horribles afuera de mi propiedad de nuevo. Y una de mis perras está afuera llorando que quiere entrar. Déjame que te muestre algo. Esa es mi perra, una de mis perras. Ha estado llorando afuera, que quiere entrar. Pero algo está extraño. Y te voy a decir por qué. Déjame que te muestre esto. Esto es una locura. Lady. Mi perro ha estado adentro. Mi perro ha estado adentro del garage por las últimas 3 horas. Eso que está afuera no es mi perro. Lo que está afuera es algo que tomó la forma de mi perra y que quiere que lo deje entrar. Algo que obviamente no puede entrar en mi casa sin que yo les abra la puerta. Esa no es mi perra. Vete de aquí. Vete de aquí, tú no perteneces a este mundo.
A dog that looks exactly like Alex's stands outside his door, showing no emotion even after seeing him. Its tail doesn't wag or move at all, but Alex's real dog is inside the garage and has been there for hours. When he calls his actual dog, she runs to him right away, wagging her tail excitedly and looking around. Alex is convinced that whatever was outside wasn't his dog. He believes it's connected to what happened with the shed, and it might be a skinwalker trying to get into his house. The next morning, he posts an update showing all his dogs and explaining what happened.
Me quedé toda la noche despierto, con miedo, con lo que pasó anoche estuvo bien feo. Y mucha gente me dice, deja entrar ese perrito, a lo mejor no tiene dueño. Eso no era un perro. Eso que ustedes vieron ahí afuera era algo que trataba de aparentar ser un perro. Yo llegué anoche tarde, ya todos los perros estaban adentro. Lady estaba en el garage por la situación que tiene, que te voy a explicar ahora en un momento cuando te la muestre. Y veo que se escucha algo que llora afuera. Aparte, se nota que en el ambiente hay algo pesado, se siente ese zumbido, ese ruido que es muy característico afuera cuando algo extraño está pasando. Y cuando abro la persiana veo a supuestamente Lady, mi perra, y no era mi perro. Yo tengo 5 perros, pero como Lady tiene una situación de que está en celos, se ha quedado esta semana en el garage porque está... Estas son 3 de las perras grandes. La que ven ahí se llama Lady, que es la que algo trató de hacerse parecer a ella anoche. Lady está en heat. Estas son las 2 otras chiquitas.
Alex shows all 5 of his dogs and explains that Lady, one of them, was in heat and bleeding, so she stayed in the garage that night. The next evening, members of an indigenous tribe visit his home to cleanse the property. They tell him that something dark is lingering outside. Later that night, around 2 a.m., Alex hears strange noises again. When he steps outside to check, he sees something terrifying.
Amigos, 2 de la mañana. La hora que siempre tengo problemas, no sé si escuchan. Coyotes por todas partes. Estoy acá afuera con Lady. Lady está bien. Vinieron los navajos, un grupo de la tribu navajos, a limpiar la casa y no fue positivo lo que dijeron. Dijeron que hay algo muy feo en la propiedad, afuera de mi casa, y déjame que te muestre. Apuntan a ese lugar y al corral. Dicen que mi casa está protegida, que Lady está bien, pero que hay algo en esa zona. Y sinceramente no sé qué decirte. Se siente esto un poco mejor desde que vinieron. Vino también un press a limpiar. Pero el puto sonido de nuevo vino. ¡Qué mierda! Lady. Hasta Lady tiene miedo. Y esa vibración o ese sonido siempre viene de un mismo lugar, que es por acá atrás, que es lo que yo les he mostrado anteriormente, pero no veo muy bien, es de noche y... ¿Hay algo? ¿Hay algo ahí o qué? No veo. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Corre, Lady, corre, 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 mamá. Vamos a la casa. Adentro, adentro.
A tall, dark figure appears from behind a corner before fully stepping out and moving toward Alex, scaring both him and his dog back inside. Alex believes this is the real form of whatever pretended to be his dog and what he locked in the shed. It seems to be lurking around, trying to find a way inside. He has no idea what could be causing this, so for now, the mystery remains unsolved. The next video is old, but has been widely talked about online. As a girl walks down the stairs, she spots a blurry figure that looks like a ghost and quickly tries to run away. Watch the video again and decide if it was a ghost or something else. Jake and his daughter Faye are dealing with a haunting. To figure out what was going on, Jake set up cameras around the house, including in Faye's room. He had a strong feeling that something was off but wasn't sure what it was until the cameras captured movement in her room.
Do you hear the footsteps? I know y'all hear that, right? Do you hear it? You hear the footsteps?
Where's the steps? Is the steps over there?
It sounds like it's coming from over there.
It's over there. because of the table. Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I know you saw that, right?
I just need to come with it. Need to come with it.
Jeez, I know y'all saw that.
Need to come with it. Does it come with work?
Can you move it again?
Move again.
It's all out of focus now. Well, the footsteps are still going. Right when I walked by, it knocked the cup off too. Can you make it move again?
Move again. Does it come with steps? Let us see the steps.
Oh, I'll keep y'all posted.
After this, Faye was really scared and kept nervously watching empty hallways, expecting something she couldn't explain to show up. Her father tried to reassure her, but it didn't help much since they were both still shaken by whatever was in their home. Moving out as soon as possible seemed like the smartest thing to do. If you saw an intruder trespassing on your property at night, you might think about calling the police. But if it turns out to be this woman, maybe a ghost hunter would be a better choice. Posted on Twitter by Daniela Guerrero, she shares in Spanish that her parents own a security company, and officials from a condominium sent them a shocking video from the previous night. The footage shows a large yard with a small pool in the distance. A woman dressed in white with dark hair walks across the property, moving steadily as if on a mission. But just as she rounds a corner, she vanishes into thin air. Who was she? Where did she go? So many questions, but no answers. Maybe that's exactly how it's meant to be. This video comes from a man named Jacob, who recently moved into a new house and started noticing strange things happening. The house has a dark history. It was built in 1920, and in 1926, a gang member was shot there. Years later, in 1989, the previous owners suffered a miscarriage and buried their baby in the yard, even decorating the spot. One day, while Jacob was recording himself playing with his dogs, he accidentally captured something unusual. Take a look.
Sit. Good girls. Pow! Pow! Whatever. Let me get you a treat. Alright, wait. There it is. There you go. That was weird. Okay.
While grabbing some treats for his dogs, Jacob catches a drawer opening on its own, but that was just the start. On another day, he hears strange noises coming from upstairs, so he quickly takes out his phone to record what's happening. The door starts opening and closing by itself, but when Jacob checks, no one is there. Over time, the activity gets worse, so he starts setting up a camera to catch anything unusual. One night, while working on his laptop, he suddenly hears something strange.
Hello?
Jacob hears loud footsteps, and when he goes to check, a kitchen cabinet suddenly opens on its own, causing something to fall. Things keep getting worse, and he has no idea why this is happening. Could it be connected to the baby buried in the yard? You decide. In early February 2025, an Instagram user named Forbidden Truth posted a creepy audio clip called Mysterious Sounds Heard in St. Louis, Missouri. The post includes a recording of a deep, humming sound echoing through the night. Its source is completely unknown.
There's no trains around here.
Listeners describe the strange sound as a deep, repeating hum or something like a trumpet. The eerie noise has renewed interest in a mystery that has confused both locals and researchers for years. Strange sounds in St. Louis aren't a new thing. In recent years, people in North Street, Louisa County, have said they've heard a similar low-frequency noise, usually late at night. Local news stations even reported on it, but authorities could never figure out where it was coming from. Some theories suggest it might be from underground machines or distant train vibrations. However, none of these explanations fully accounted for the spread of the noise. This new recording seems to capture the same mysterious sound, offering rare audio proof of an ongoing mystery. Some people have brushed off past reports, saying they were just in people's heads or caused by the atmosphere. But this recording lets people hear the sound for themselves, making past claims more believable. Whether it's something natural, noise from factories, or something we don't understand yet, one thing is certain. The mystery of the St. Louis hum is still unsolved. Jack had been living in a house where strange things kept happening for weeks. He was convinced his home was haunted, but every time he tried to film the activity, everything would stop. It was as if whatever was there knew when the camera was on. Despite this, Jack refused to give up. He was determined to catch something on video and prove his home was truly haunted. After weeks of trying, his efforts finally paid off.
Bro, our fridge just opened. We're trying to waste electricity. Hopefully we'll get some, because every time something happens I can barely ever catch it. I swear I just seen something move over there. Don't mind you, we gotta clean. I got a daughter, so she's a little reckless, and I gotta wash some cups. Bro, I just saw that out the corner of my eye. I wish I would have got that. Can you make it move again? No? Okay. Bro, stop playing with me. Hello? Hello? Can you do it again? Man. Bro, you just spilt water all over my floor, dude. Are you serious? Bro. Yo. We got water dripping all over my f***ing floor now. At least it's water. Wasting electricity. Letting air in my house. Alright, yo, I gotta clean this up. I might as well just do these dishes too, since I already got water all over my damn floor. Alright, y'all.
He managed to capture footage of a glass of water being knocked over, spilling across the room. For Jack, this was both exciting and frustrating. He was glad to have proof of the haunting, but the mess it left behind meant he had to spend the next 10 minutes cleaning up. A man heard weird noises in his house and decided to record everything on his phone.
What the hell? No way.
When he steps into the kitchen, he sees the cupboard door moving, but when he opens it, there's nothing there except dishes. Some viewers joked that Mike Wazowski from Monsters, Inc. was to blame after spotting a mug with his face in the cupboard. Whether this was a poltergeist or not, we may never know, as there haven't been any updates from the man. The next video features a woman named Ashley. She's been dealing with something strange for a while now. One night, Ashley and her husband were watching TV when they heard loud thudding noises that freaked them out.
It was sitting like somewhere over here.
Jennifer, we'll see what we can come up with as far as maybe a plan or a time.
What?
See if we can't come to this. Can you say bye-bye?
The figure didn't just vanish into thin air, he simply walked off to the left. But this doesn't seem like just some random person sneaking around. It feels more like a haunted house, with a stalker added in for extra chills. On June 12th, 2023, Sunny was home alone when she went through a series of strange and unsettling events that made her question her sanity. The things that happened were so bizarre that she couldn't come up with a logical explanation.
Please go away. Please go away. You're not wanted. Go away. Whatever you are, go away. Oh my god. I am so scared right now. Please go away. It can't be spooky. Spooky? Psst, 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 psst. Spook? Moo?
Sunny heard strange noises coming from the other side of the door, so she decided to record them. As she did, the shadows in the room started moving in strange ways, and the door began opening and closing by itself. Thinking her cats might be responsible, she called for them, but none came. When she looked to her left, she saw them sitting perfectly still. Scared, Sunny became convinced that a spirit was behind it. To this day, she avoids that room and keeps it blocked off. Did a ghost follow this goat shepherd home? Reddit user own information 8149 shared that, after searching for his goats in the forest around 7 p.m., he returned home and started filming his cats. That's when something strange happened. Watch closely outside the grilled gate. Did you notice the mysterious white figure? A moment later, there's a loud bang on the door next to him.
Hey.
Was it just the cat, or was something else behind it? Some people in the comments are doubtful, while others are genuinely puzzled. Some believe it's just a person sitting outside. To me, it looks more like a reflection, maybe from a mirror, or some glass in the area. It's hard to say for sure, but I wouldn't immediately assume it's a ghost. In the next video, a man explores a supposedly haunted house after hearing eerie rumors about it. He wanted to see for himself if the stories were true or just exaggerated. The house, located in Cheyenne, is linked to the Bayon family, known for building strange and allegedly haunted homes. No one has entered the property in years. Built in 1945 and abandoned in 1996, the house still holds old furniture, clothing, and shoes from its past. The investigator brought a spirit box and an electromagnetic field detector to search for any paranormal activity. People claim to have seen strange things inside, and even before stepping in, they heard screams. While they could have been from an animal, the more he listened, the less they sounded natural. Inside the house, he heard unsettling noises, but what truly terrified him was the response on his device and the dark figure that suddenly appeared as a shadow on the wall in front of him.
No es una trampa, pero vamos a pasar igual. Permiso. Hola, ¿hay alguien aquí? Se siente mucho frío aquí dentro, amigos. Y eso que recién estamos empezando con esta exploración. Esta no es una ocasión a cualquiera, ya que aquí vivió la misteriosa familia Boglioni. Hola. Estoy en el patio todavía, miren, es muy grande el lugar. Y tiene esta habitación. Por momentos escucho ruidos, pero me imagino que deben ser los ratones que andan aquí. Chucha. También andan muchos pajaritos. Uf. Vamos a prender la luz. Permiso. ¿Hay alguien aquí? Y ahí al fondo sigue la casa. Es un laberinto. Me imagino que también tiene su sótano. Se cuentan muchas cosas de este lugar. Por ejemplo, una de ellas habla de un incendio que hubo. Mierda. Siguen los ruidos. Pero voy a seguir grabando. Miren, esta es otra chimenea. Muy similar al que vimos hace un rato. Fíjense en este sombrero muy antiguo, de los años 1930 más o menos. Seguramente perteneció a la familia que tuvo que arrancar de este lugar. ¿Hay alguien aquí conmigo en este momento? ¿Esta casa está realmente embrujada? Gente, fíjense. Se alcanza a ver una sombra aquí. Mierda. Acabo de ver una sombra en la muralla y me encuentro completamente solo. Quiero pensar que tal vez sea imaginación mía, pero vamos a seguir con la comunicación. ¿Quieren que me vaya a este lugar? ¿Sí? ¿Quieren que me vaya? ¿Les molesta mi presencia aquí entonces, cierto? Me voy a retirar. Espero no haberles molestado. Espero que puedan seguir descansando en paz y puedan encontrar la luz muy pronto. Adiós.
I honestly can't tell if this shadow belongs to a creepy person or a ghost, because it looks just like a human shadow. But the investigator couldn't find anyone around, which made it even more terrifying. A group of friends was camping near a frozen lake when one of them attempted a risky stunt. He planned to jump into a small hole in the ice and swim to the other side, where his friend was waiting. However, things took a turn for the worse. Lost in the freezing water, he became trapped under the thick ice, struggling to find a way out. Luckily, he remembered the rope and used it to guide himself back to where he started. After what felt like forever, he finally surfaced, shaken but safe. The next clip was recorded by Daryl when he was at his workplace.
Some crazy paranormal going on. Just me. There's no one else around. There's no freaking strings.
Strangely, the computer turned on by itself, but Daryl could have dismissed it as a technical issue. However, as if the spirit knew that wasn't enough to convince him, it started messing with the cabinets. That was the moment Daryl truly became scared. The cabinet doors flew open and shut, their contents shaking as if someone unseen was rummaging through them. His heart pounded as the loud noises echoed through the room. Each slam of the cabinets made it clear something was in his office, and it wasn't friendly. This next clip takes us to a house in a cold, desolate area where an investigator decided to spend the day. Right when he started his investigation, something startled him instead. He immediately heard a sound behind him and quickly turned around, but found nothing. Not long after, the sound repeated. At that moment, he was visibly nervous, but the real fear kicked in when he heard what sounded like footsteps and bells ringing. I didn't see any actual bells in the footage, so maybe it was the radio. Then, the paranormal activity became impossible to ignore. A bucket was suddenly thrown from its place, and the radio-like device kept detecting some kind of presence. Despite being scared, the investigator remained surprisingly calm. Things got even creepier when one of the static cameras, which had been set up perfectly, suddenly fell on its own. Another sign that something unnatural was happening.
Поняли, мы были, что ли, здесь звук какой-то. Сейчас. Блин. Шурканье какое-то. Вот там. Кто здесь? Это сделал ты? Сложно было, по-моему. Сложно было. Сложно. Что происходит-то все? Это делаешь ты?
Was something really trying to make its presence known? In early 2025, a young woman and her family moved into a new home, but within days, things took a scary turn. The woman, known as DS Family on TikTok, says her daughter became so frightened that she didn't want to sleep alone in her new room. At first, DS thought her daughter was just unsettled by the move, but then the little girl started saying that a dairy woman was watching her.
Elle a des grandes dents?
Oui.
Oh non.
Il y a les souris, il y a dans mes souris.
Une souris? Ça te fait peur?
Oui. Je reste toujours sur le plafond et me regarde.
Elle te regarde et ça te fait peur?
Oui.
D'accord, mon cœur, elle va partir. Elle va partir là-dedans.
DS's daughter says she sees a strange woman. At first, DS assumes it's just her daughter's imagination, but soon after, something happens that makes her start to believe her daughter might be telling the truth.
Oui, je te crois, ma fille.
Maman, regarde.
The bedroom door slowly opens, and DS's daughter says she sees a woman watching her, but when DS checks, no one is there. After that, the strange events start happening more often and become even scarier. A few nights later, while DS is live streaming on social media, something creepy happens.
Et là, c'est la chambre de mon fils, je vais aller vite. Voilà. Oh, ça va mieux là déjà. Je pète un câble. Est-ce que vous entendez les pas juste?
The dark figure appears for just a second, but when DS turns on the light, it's gone. Earlier in the live video, DS heard footsteps and strange noises, making her and her followers wonder if this was the cause of all the creepy events in her home. Could this shadow belong to the woman DS's daughter says she saw? Many viewers believe the house is haunted by the ghost of a woman who passed away there. What do you think? Paul once lived in a house full of terrifying paranormal activity. Spirits would throw objects and make his life miserable. Thankfully, he was able to move to a quieter place in the Nevada desert, but he soon realized the spirit that haunted him wasn't ready to let go.
Hello? Hello?
After moving into his new home, Paul hoped to leave the paranormal activity behind. But strange things started happening again, this time even worse. He never thought the spirit might have followed him, but after what he experienced, he couldn't ignore the possibility. Unfortunately, Paul couldn't afford to move again, and was now trapped in a house still haunted by the same presence. Whether he ever got rid of it is unknown, but if he does, we'll update you. A man named Jened received a gift that completely turned his life upside down. After getting a stuffed teddy bear, he started having recurring nightmares. In these dreams, he found himself in an old mansion, hearing a child crying from another room. Each time, he saw a little girl holding a plush toy, but when she turned around, her face was empty, dark holes for eyes and a mouth. She would scream, and he would wake up, only to still hear her crying in his room. Feeling desperate, Jened reached out to an investigator named Denny for help. Denny arrived with his equipment, listened to Jened's story, and set up everything for the investigation. Right away, his EMF detector picked up strong signals near the teddy bear and the bed. Then, things started getting intense. A candle blew out on its own, but that was just the beginning. A door slammed shut, the TV turned on by itself to a glitchy channel, and the teddy bear moved out of place. Soon, there was knocking on the door, and Jened became overwhelmed with fear. But the worst was yet to come. Later that night, something took control of him. He appeared possessed.
Так, что это было?
Не знаю.
Ты видел, свеча сразу погасла.
Она же закрыта была.
Слушай, по-моему, закрыта была.
Вы не открывали?
Нет. Мы уже вообще в туалет-то не заходили. Тоже странно.
А здесь ничего не...
Вообще вроде бы нет. Ну подожди, сквозняка-то как такового нет, чтобы она дверь так сильно открылась.
Она, в принципе, физически никак не может так открыться.
Да, это странно, конечно.
Может, я попробую?
Да, давай.
Здесь есть кто-нибудь?
Прям резко.
Ты в этой комнате?
Да.
Кто ты?
Нет.
Назови свое имя.
С. А. Гена. Гена. Началось, походу. Гена, Гена. Гена. Гена, ты меня слышишь? Гена. Черт. Гена, Гена, что ты видишь? Там? Там опять? Гена, Гена, очнись. Гена, 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 все в порядке, это я, Денис. Все нормально, все хорошо.
Что опять было? Опять сон был этот?
Опять, да.
Да твою же мать. Слушай, Гена, я сейчас буду читать заклинание. Ты, в принципе, наверное, штаны уже можешь одевать. Твою мать. Что за херня? Что там?
Ой.
Твою мать. Охренеть. Что творится вообще?
Пульт не видел?
Я не знаю, где пульт.
Блин.
Слушай, она же достала.
Да, не вижу. Уже здесь был, блин.
Выключи его прямо с розетки.
Слышь?
Тихо, Ген, не паникуй, нормально. Твою мать. Тихо.
Не хочу, блядь, ходить туда.
Так, давай тихонечко зайду.
Мишка, блядь, смотри.
Чё?
Уже сидел тут.
Слушай, она все разбросала на пол. Что такое?
Сердце.
Что делать? Гена. Твою мать. Гена! Твою мать. Гена. Вода. Святая вода. Гена, очнись. Твою мать. Ебать, а? Гена, все нормально? Что случилось? Ебать, я испугался, блядь. Я сейчас заклинание прочитаю. Давай. Слушай, ты вообще прям какой-то... Тебя колбасит прямо. Мать. Ладно, быстрее заклинание. Экзорцизм минус те омнис иммунди спиритус. Сантаника потестис. Омнис инкурсиум финалис. Омнис леджио. Омнис католика. Феномена век. Феномена век. Desecrated. Изыди! Сучка! Изыди! Гена, ты меня слышишь? Гена, очнись. Гена.
The sight was terrifying, and for a moment, it seemed like Jened was no longer himself. It looks like something far more sinister has taken hold of him. In the next clip, we see a little girl's bedroom where her parents had recently set up security cameras. The family had started feeling uneasy in their home and wanted to find out what was going on. For weeks, the cameras didn't pick up anything unusual, and they even started thinking about moving since they couldn't figure out the problem. It was becoming too overwhelming. One day, while they were out looking at new houses, the father got a notification from the camera in his daughter's room. Nervous, he checked the footage. What he saw left him shocked. The footage showed strange events happening in the room, confirming the father's fears. The house was haunted. There was no doubt in his mind anymore. With this new realization, he and his wife discussed what to do next. Instead of running away, they made the brave choice to stay. They didn't want to leave out of fear and believed they could take back control. Instead of moving, they reached out to a local church for help in getting rid of the spirit. They were determined not to let it force them out and took the necessary steps to protect their home. In the next video, two guys visit their sick grandmother when something unexpected happens. They start recording everything on their phone.
Para, vó! Cadu! Que porra é essa, Cadu? Cadu, ela tomou remédio. Cadu, ela tomou remédio. Tomou, cara. Tem certeza? Não é possível. Ela não tomou. É óbvio que ela não tomou. Olha como é que ela tá, irmão. Vai lá falar com a tua avó. Cadu, a avó é tu. Resolve isso, Cadu. Dá um jeito nisso. Vai, fala com ela. É a avó dele que se foda. A gente não tem culpa. Vó, para com isso, vó. Cadu, sai daí! Cadu, Cadu, vai lá falar. Cadu, fala com ela, fala com ela, fala com ela. Ela não vai ficar assim, ela vai ficar fora. Controla ela, Cadu, pelo amor de Deus! Pelo amor de Deus, moleque, sério!
They hear strange laughter and see a figure, just like in a horror movie. One of the guys tells the other to talk to their grandmother to calm her down. When he approaches her, the sounds stop for a few seconds, but as he gets closer, he gets scared and runs to another room. How this story ends and whether the grandmother was possessed is still unknown. Dolls are some of the creepiest and most haunted objects out there. In the next clip, a father named Ronald learned this the hard way. After a disturbing series of events involving one particular doll, he's certain he'll never buy another one again.
Yeah, I swear to head's moving. What the
afraid to go near it. Oh, no. No. I know y'all heard that. And I think something went across the screen. Holy.
This doll wasn't just sitting on a shelf, it moved its limbs on its own and made eerie noises that gave Ronald chills. Whatever was behind it seemed determined to scare him. In a panic, he decided to get rid of it. He put the doll in a bag, drove to a landfill, and had it burned. Luckily, despite his fears, it never came back. Henry, an experienced British ghost hunter, is known for his fearless approach to the supernatural. For the past 3 years, he has built a reputation in his community for staying calm in the face of terrifying encounters. In one investigation, he explored a mansion known as one of the most haunted places in the area. The paranormal activity there was so intense that it could easily fill a 20-minute video. In this clip, as Henry was searching the mansion, he suddenly heard a strange noise behind him. Trusting his instincts, he turned around and followed the sound, hoping to capture more evidence.
To be fair, the building's full of water. I'm not surprised I'm hearing it. I'm hearing so much stuff, man. I'm gonna try and ignore it. Until I get a clear sign there is somebody here. Oh my god.
As Henry reached the bottom of the stairs, he saw something that sent chills down his spine. A dark figure standing in the doorway, just beyond his line of sight. The eerie part? Henry was completely alone on this investigation. There was no camera crew or anyone else with him. Some believe the figure could have been a homeless person or that Henry faked the footage. What do you think? Was it a ghost? Or is there another explanation? Share your thoughts in the comments. The next video was filmed in a cemetery during the day among the graves. You can see shadows, white figures, and strange sights. Take a look for yourself. Many viewers were really scared after watching the video, while others believe it's just good editing. Joe, also known as Grizzly Gaz, camps with his dog, Findy. They decided to camp in a wooded area known for pagan rituals. The area looked creepy, but there were no other campers around, so at first, everything seemed fine. Joe planned to explore once it got dark, as if things weren't already unsettling during the day. After a quick look around, he went back to his tent to sleep. That's when the eerie events began. At first, he thought the noises were just the wind, but then he realized they sounded more like someone stepping on dry leaves and twigs, like someone sneaking up on them.
You can hardly see the tent. Now it's not pitch black yet, but it's dark enough. The only thing that you can see that gives it away is the and guy line connectors. Ah, look at that. Even got my own bench, look. That's good, isn't it? Come on, mate. Oh, it doesn't half look creepy down here. Tree looks like a skeleton, and we're all like bivvies in it and stuff. So I did a hot tent camp last week, and that was brilliant, that, but I don't think it's for me in that. It was absolutely scorchio inside tent. Oh, that's nice, isn't it, mate? Oh, that was a big branch, wasn't it? Right, come on. Why is this light gone off? Oh, there we go. Oi! Pick it back up again now. So I hope there's no widow makers falling us. That'd be no good, would it, mate? Oh, dear. This pillow. Oh! Down. Where the Fendi! Fendi! Come here, mate. Oh, you're alright. Oh, this light keeps going off. When they're just going to break stuff as well, what's the point in that? Huh? Oh, it's got rips in that fly sheet as well, look at that. Well, they obviously didn't want me to come back.
Joe also said he heard distant shouts and screams, which made everything even creepier and had him running out of there faster than he arrived. But honestly, what did he expect? Camping in a place known for shady people hanging around was already a risky choice. V-Seat works at a store and often takes late shifts alone. During these nights, he's had creepy experiences, like seeing shadows move. One day, he set up his camera to record while he stepped out of the store. This is what it captured.
Alright. I didn't remember the cooler being open, but clearly.
The lights start flickering, and the camera shakes on its own. Then, the door slowly opens, and a dark figure briefly peeks out before disappearing. Moments later, the fridge door swings open by itself. When V-Seat grabs his phone to check the live security feed, there's no one there. On another night, after finishing his late shift and getting home, he notices something strange, making him believe that whatever was in the store might have followed him home. Watch closely.
I'm right there with that light. That's my neighbors, bro. Oh, hell no, bro. See, bro, I'm telling you, it's followed me to my house. Oh, my mama, it followed me to my house. She's not here. There is no car in the driveway. I'm literally in the next apartment. Like, I just got home from work, and this is what I see, bro. Yeah, haunted, this mother followed me to my crib. Hell no. She's not here.
Yeah, no, been doing it all day.
Yeah, I'm telling you, bro.
It's in her kitchen.
And people, bro, I'm telling you, bro, this thing has followed me to my house. I'm literally, I'm right there.
Yeah.
Look, my neighbor's not here. That's my neighbor's driveway. That's mine. This is her apartment, bro. Like, I'm not folding, bro. I'm not going. My father said he's been doing it all day today. And, like, this is the stuff I'm talking about. Cabinet's open. This cabinet is always open. Every time I come out here to let the dogs out, it does this, bro. See? Nobody's in there. Nobody's in there. This light right here. It's no shortage because it would have messed our apartment up too. Nobody's in there, bro. I know I'm like just looking at my neighbor's thing, but bro, that's like, I'm telling you, that's trippy. Like, nothing has happened at work all day today, and then all of a sudden this stuff starts to happen? Nah, heck no, cause I live right there. Literally, it's just a wall, and I heard it. Nope.
When V-Seat gets home, his dad mentions that the neighbor's lights have been flickering all day. Even though no one seems to be home, the driveway is empty. V-Seat suspects it's the same thing from his workplace. It seems he might be right because a few days later, while home alone watching TV late at night, he hears something inside the house.
So I'm home alone, and I'm pretty sure I'm hearing noises, things in that back room. Hello? Please tell me you guys heard that. I'm home alone too. Man, I'm not trying to do this. I don't want to go. I don't want to do this. I don't want to go in here. Oh my. Bro. Why is that? What the f? Who's here? Hello? Nope.
Weird noises echo through the house, and something appears to be plugged into a white wire. But when VCD checks around and comes back, it's gone. A few nights later, the same thing happens again, but this time he sees it.
So I'm home alone again, and I'm pretty sure I'm seeing something go, like, in and out of that hallway back there. Oh my, what the f? No. Bro, I don't want to go back there. I do not want to go back there. There's nobody in this room, bro, and there's nobody under the bed. Dude, what was that? It was a freaking hand. It was... Freaking out, dude. I gotta get out of this apartment. I gotta get out of this apartment. I don't want to go in there. What the f*** was doing over there, bro? Why is the stuffed animals over there?
A dark hand briefly appears around the corner before quickly pulling back. When VCD checks, there's no one there. Even stranger, the plushies that were on the armchair are now on the sofa. He has no clue why whatever was at his work has followed him home. Did VCD catch a ghost on camera? I'll let you decide. In this video, a man is standing in the middle of a road. He might have been investigating the area, or could have just been a passerby who unexpectedly came face to face with a ghostly figure. Some people even visit Guatemala hoping to encounter this eerie presence. The man tries to communicate with the figure, which moves from one side to another before vanishing. But what makes the moment even creepier is the chilling scream of a woman heard in the background.
Uy, takut ko.
Astagfirullahaladzim. Di depan tu. Ke aku salah nampak? Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum.
Woi.
Woi, Allah ya Rabbi. Woi.
Woi, pocong siap.
Woi, ya. Tak tahu siap bunyi apa. Ya, kenapa siap tu? Tak tahu. Batang kayu ke?
Tak tahu.
Assalamualaikum. Wish.
Allah Akbar.
Hilang, woi.
What do you think it was? Did he really run into a ghost? A Reddit user, Zombie Foxes, shared a video on the Ghost Video subreddit explaining that a security guard quit after reviewing CCTV footage. The footage captured a small orb moving through a car park and turning on the lights in a storage room. The lights can only be activated by a motion sensor when someone walks 4 to 5 steps inside the bike store, which also requires a key fob for access. At first, the video shows an empty car park with nothing unusual. Then, a small white orb slowly moves across the screen toward the door. Just as it reaches the entrance, the light inside suddenly turns on. Was this just a coincidence, or was something unseen inside? If the lights can only be triggered by a person entering, then who or what was in there? No wonder the security guard didn't want to stay. In the next video, a girl posts on TikTok asking for help. She films her dog, who looks scared. Let's take a look.
Look, you guys, it rocks, but then it stops on its own when I come outside. Let's see if I could get it on camera. There's like no wind. That's I know, Blue, someone's there, huh? I know, I don't know why it does that. It does it every time, you guys. This is the 3rd time. I can't believe I caught it on camera. Sick on Blue. Creepy, right? Katie, I guess I do have a ghost. Get him, Blue.
When the rocking chair starts moving on its own and then stops after a few seconds, the dog gets worried and starts barking. Standing right next to the chair, the dog looks at it as if it sees someone. The girl wonders if animals can see ghosts and asks viewers for help, as she has never experienced anything like this before. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can stay updated with our latest videos.